Will getting rid of negative gearing
really make life harder for young people?
New toxic taxes, which are going to make the situation worse, are going to reduce the housing supply.
Both the halls of Parliament and social media feeds are filled with a billion budget hot takes.
And look, there is an argument to be made that the changes do unfairly impact young people.
Given negative gearing, for example, is only being removed for future investment properties, while the rich folks already doing it can continue indefinitely.
Essentially a prospective set of tax reforms that we are proposing.
But that doesn't actually mean it will be harder to buy a home or even necessarily rent one. See, negative gearing is a quirk of the tax system that only applies to investments, not your primary residence. It's all about getting a tax deduction for your rental income, but if you're just paying off your own mortgage, it was and still is irrelevant to you.
Same with reducing the capital gains tax discount. Primary residences were always exempt.
The changes will make becoming a landlord slightly less appealing though, and some Conservative politicians are saying,
and if you start removing those tax incentives for landlords, you're going to increase the rental crisis.
But people also claimed this when we briefly got rid of negative gearing in the 80s.
And it wasn't true then.
And it's not true now.
See, these changes only apply to existing properties that are up for sale.
Giving investors tax incentives to buy those does nothing to increase housing supply.
It just puts these often wealthy, older investors in direct competition with young people trying to buy a home to live in.
The government does predict there will be a slight increase in rents, but only slight. The median renting household will be paying around $2 a week more than they would have without the changes.
Because these changes, at least in an ideal world, will mean investors are spending less time at the auctions and more time on the phone to property developers.
Even after July 2027, you will still be allowed to negatively gear newly built homes. And you will still get the full 50% discount on the capital gains tax too for those.
The government hopes this will encourage landlords to actually help increase the housing supply and slow how rapidly property prices are rising.
Only slightly. Some reckon 2% lower than they would have been in 3 years' time.
But importantly, home ownership rates will rise thanks to fewer investors in the market.